Hi, cats, and welcome to the first episode of Cat Talk, a series where we go behind the scenes with fashion's most exciting emerging designers. You have definitely seen their work, and you have probably even saved it, but chances are you have no idea who the person behind the brand is. Today, I'm talking to Ella of Catholic Guild, the woman who turned medieval armor into red carpet-worthy garments. We're talking inspiration, business, creativity, and what it really takes to build a fashion brand from one of the most unconventional materials imaginable. Catholic Guild. Where did the Catholic Guild name of the brand came from?
Yeah, so when I very first started, I was making like the chainmail out of like crucifixes and rosary charms and stuff. So when I was coming up with a name like Catholic Guild, just kind of made sense with that. But like, obviously, like I went to like a religious school like growing up, so it was just I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about Catholic Guild, and I think it's something that everyone has, regardless of being like Catholic or not. Like the very first thing, like the way that people learn morals is through guild, which is just something that I find kind of intriguing and like a little bit wrong. I think it's like one of the things that's very like wrong with humanity.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I never thought of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's something I think about a lot, and I don't know, like everything about what I do is quite conceptual, and there's like deeper meaning behind everything, and
that's why it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's just something I think about a lot. I think
it's amazing. I love it. It sets the tone. I think. We walked in today, and our camera person was like, "Shoot with the Catholic Guild," and it was like exciting.
It just sounds cool as well.
Yeah. I'm like, it's badass. Catholic Guild. Why chainmail?
Why chainmail?
This is not a material that is easily accessible to a designer or anyone. Like it's maybe it is. I've just never seen.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I've always had a fascination with metals for some reason. I can't really explain why. One of the first designers that I really got into when I was younger was Paco Rabanne. Yeah, like which you're wearing right now with my pieces. So that's a nice full circle moment. And the very first piece that I made was actually a full knockoff of a Paco Rabanne piece, essentially. And I was like, oh, that was really easy to make. How old was I? I'm not sure. I must have been like 22, 23. It was when I was fronting a shoegaze band at the time, and we had a song called Thick Skin, and I made it for myself to wear in the music video, and it made sense to be wearing metal in that music video.
Oh my God. Were you always, did you always make clothes when you were a kid, or how did you feel that you were going to be doing something like that when you were growing up?
Yeah, it's always definitely been a thing for me. My mum taught me to make clothes when I was quite young. Like she used to make a lot of our clothes for us when I was growing up. So we always had the sewing machine in the house, and she kind of taught me a lot of those like skills from a young age.
Did your mom work in, or did your parents do?
My mum actually, no, she never worked in fashion. She works in like higher education. So yeah, she's retired now, but she was like the pro vice chancellor of university back in Australia.
Would you say she was a person for you? Like, I feel like for a lot of people that I know who end up going to artistic careers, there is somebody who is, there's always somebody, a crazy aunt, somebody who gives that little, who lifts the curtain on like how fun the world of arts and the creative is.
Absolutely.
Do you have somebody like that in your life?
My father is a novelist, and so it was definitely him. Like reading and storytelling was something that was like very important to me as a child. Like he read me a lot of like the classics, like as bedtime stories when I was growing up, and we used to like play games of like kind of storytelling and coming up with stories.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Which is fed into the fashion thing, because each of my pieces has a little story behind it and a character that it's made for.
I know you've told me the story, but can you tell now for the viewers?
For the viewers.
The story of this jacket.
Yeah, so this is from my collection Down to the Water, and the concept behind the collection was that it was dedicated to victims of domestic violence, essentially, and each of my characters was like a strong female archetype that I wanted to portray, who had inevitably like met her end in the water somehow. And this is the poet jacket, so she's kind of like based off of characters like Patti Smith, Sylvia Plath, and like greats like that. And her story is that she carries like a bullet hole in her back and a layer.
I will have to insert.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I can move easily.
It's stuck in place now.
That's amazing. Okay, so can you walk us through the making of each single garment? Say for, I know you've made dresses, like say you have an idea in your head, like how does it happen?
Yeah, I usually just kind of see it in my head. I never draw it because I cannot draw at all. Like it looks like children's drawings and it ends up detracting from the design. So I'm fully going through from an image in my head most of the time, essentially.
And then I
start ring by ring. Actually, the way that I start is I kind of draw it onto the mannequin with this chain that you see. Lining that's like a seam. I draw on the seam lines to the mannequin, and then it's like filling in the gap pieces. Yeah, ring by ring, literally.
How long does it take to produce? Since we are seeing this jacket, how long did it take to make this one?
This jacket was about 500 hours work, and that was with maybe 3 assistants helping me. So it would have taken a lot longer, just myself. Right. Yeah.
And do you usually work with a team, or it depends on the project?
It depends on the project. Like I always have at least one assistant. I've got my main girl back in Australia, Annika, shout out to her, who helps me with everything. And then I'll bring in a few extra people depending on like the deadline that I have. I had a lot of people helping with this because it was for the runway collection, so there was a lot happening. And yeah.
A lot of people have seen Chainmail. You can see that your Chainmail is absolutely different. I've never seen anything like that before. Yeah. And I think everyone who sees your pieces for the first time, they're just absolutely blown away. It's chainmail, but it behaves like fabric. All of the folds, it just creates like this dissonance. It's heavy and it's armor-like, but it's also romantic and delicate. Yeah, so how long did it take you to develop tell us about the technique? And
yes,
you don't have to do the trade secrets, but out of curiosity, how do you even think of making something like that like knowing that the chainmail can do it? Like, did you just experiment?
It's just like experimentation and like I guess like learning from mistakes and stuff. Like I never have like actually really like looked up how to do chainmail or like anything. Like I've learned through like backwards engineering of like looking at how things work. And so because I'm not like actually studying how chainmail is made, like I think I kind of just like accidentally come up with all these techniques of my own just through experimentation. And like I'll be trying to do something like the ruffle. I was trying to do something completely different when I discovered how to do that, and then it turned into a ruffle, and I was like, wow, okay.
Another happy discovery.
A happy discovery.
That's incredible. And I know that a lot of times, we'll get to the clients, but a lot of times you just deliver your pieces in hand. Why?
They're too heavy to send by a post. They're too precious. Like a piece like this, obviously, this is valued at around $50,000. So you don't really want to just send that in the mail.
I guess.
To get the insurance and everything, like it ends up being more expensive to send the piece than for me to hand deliver it to whatever country I'm going to. So.
And from putting it on, there are like sometimes like moments when you have to do the chainmail adjustments
on the body. Yeah, for those big couture pieces, like the piece I just did for the Met Gala, I locked her into it. Same with the dress I did for Julia. She's locked in. I'm there.
You had to come here to actually put it on Julia?
Well, the event was back in Australia.
Okay, makes sense. I'm sorry, I was not checking the geotags. But she looked absolutely fantastic. That dress was, I think it's one of the first dresses I've seen of yours. Yes, she was just looking gorgeous. When did you start, and how did it become a business?
So I don't think I ever really intended to run a clothing label or to be a fashion designer. Like I was working in the music industry previously as a recording engineer and producer at the studio Birdland back in Australia. And during lockdown, I wasn't able to go into work, obviously. So I wrote an album actually, and then I sort of jumped ahead and was trying to make outfits for myself to wear in the videos and on stage and everything. And then I was just posting them on my personal Instagram, and a bunch of them went viral like really quickly. And I was like, whoa, like maybe I should turn this into a business. And then it kind of just grew faster than I anticipated.
What was the first garment that you sold?
The first garment that I sold,
The first one you remember. What was the first memorable?
I had these pieces that I used to do called the crucifix top, which was a chainmail made out of all of these like crucifixes like joined together, and they were like very popular. I actually discontinued them because I was so sick of making them. I think I made like hundreds of them over time, and I was like, I never want to make one of these again. But that was the very first top that I sold, the crucifix top.
How did it feel to be like so like successful
so
from something? Yeah.
Did
you think about it, or you were just putting down the work and just
I was just doing it. Like I was barely thinking about it as I was going. It just like, I guess I like fell down this rabbit hole, and like I've just been like reactionary to everything ever since. Like I still don't even really like think of myself as a fashion designer, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, I guess you are so busy with just doing the work.
That's
amazing. It was very quick between it being like a hobby or something that you were doing for yourself and kind of becoming a business. Like
it was like
realizing
essentially.
Can you tell like how long did it take? And
I think like just like over the course of lockdown, like, which is what, like how long, like a year or two?
Yeah, like a year and a half.
Yeah, that we're in lockdown. I think that was sort of, from like start to finish. That's
how long it took for you to figure out that this is not just a hobby.
I would say so. Yeah, because I remember when like the businesses in Australia like opened back up and were able to go back into work, like Lindsay, the producer that I was working for at Birdland, was like, when are you coming back in? And I was like, I like run a business now.
Have you ever, like, was there ever a moment where you were like, I'm not gonna do this, or did you ever doubt yourself as a business person? Or
I mean, I still do it every day because I think I'm still not very good at like the business end of things. I definitely have that every day, like, which is nonsensical. I just had a dress at the Met Gala, and I'm like, I don't know if this is working.
Like, what would you say is like the biggest thing that people would be surprised about, like, being a designer and in particular working with chainmail? Like, what's the most unexpected thing that people don't know?
Just how unglamorous it is, essentially. Like, I think people see like, the beautiful photos in like the fashion industry, and that I hang out with certain people or whatever, and they're like, wow, what a glamorous life. But like half the time I'm on my hands and knees, like in front of a mannequin, like not sleeping for 3 days straight, like working until my hands are like falling apart.
Carrying 4 suitcases full of stainless steel.
Exactly. Yeah, it's quite unglamorous most of the time, and then you get like your little like 5 minutes of like a special moment.
Would you say it's worth it?
I think it's so worth it. Like, I love, like, I see myself as an artist more than a fashion designer, and I love like creating beautiful things and like telling stories with my art, and like that will always be like worthwhile to me, like sharing a little piece of myself with people.
What would be a fashion house, like a big fashion house that you would want to collaborate with? Like,
McQueen, for sure. Westwood. I mean, you've got it styled beautifully with like Westwood at the moment. Schiaparelli, of course. I think I could do some brilliant.
Surprised that they haven't made any like chainmail, have they?
Not that I'm aware of.
Right?
Yeah,
like they're very, very particular about like so many different techniques, but
but not chainmail. But they work with gold a lot, and I love the concept of doing like a gold chainmail piece. If I had like the funding behind me to do that, to like pay for all the gold, like I feel like I could do something special for them.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think that would be. I mean, McQueen is.
Yeah, McQueen's very fitting. Line.
Very fitting.
Yeah.
You are gonna do a runway.
Yeah, sure. I'm working towards a runway.
What's your what are your next steps as a designer?
Yeah, so I've been working on a triptych of art which is kind of like a film and then a runway and then something else that comes after, which is a secret. Basically exploring other art forms and just ways of expressing myself. There'll obviously be like a musical element to all of this as well, which I'll score.
When do you think what's the timeline?
Realistically, like I really wanted to show it this like September's New York Fashion Week, but it will probably have to be the February just because the pieces take so long to make. Like, 500 hours on this jacket.
What's the longest piece that you like, the dress that you just put on Met Gala carpet?
That's the longest. Yeah.
How many hours?
I mean, I lose count like after a certain point, but I would estimate around 2,000 hours or so. So
wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And like I turn them around pretty quickly for the yeah. So that was like a lot of kind of like 18-hour days on that one.
What would be a dream piece that you haven't made yet but want to create?
I really want to go into like more like art kind of stuff in homeware. So I want to make a really grand like chandelier, like lampshades, like crazy curtains that like cover the walls, like that kind of thing. In terms of like clothing, the next thing that I really want to try and make is a chainmail straitjacket because I just love the concept of like metal just like constraining you in that kind of way. And I don't know, I always love to make pieces that are very challenging for me to make. Like I always try to challenge myself so that I get better each time. And like a chainmail straitjacket I know is going to be very difficult to execute.
Yeah. That's I'm excited to look for to see it. Okay. It's been very interesting wearing your pieces because it's absolutely like your body has to have like strength. To do it.
And not very comfortable.
It's a commitment. I do love it. I feel like it's nice once in a while to have this moment when people like ask you like, is it comfortable to wear? Or, like, no. And I feel like your pieces give me freedom to like not be ashamed of saying that something is not comfortable to wear, but because it's just pure art, and I feel like it's just expected that like it's art, it's heavy, it takes so long to make, it's not easy to wear, but it's just so beautiful.
Exactly.
That it's worth it.
And like it makes you feel present in your body when you're in a little bit of pain. I think. Like, if you've got like a high stiletto on, a jacket like this, whatever, it makes you very aware of the way you're holding yourself.
For sure. Okay, let's do a lightning round. A maximalist or minimalist?
Maximalist, I mean.
I don't know.
But I mean, I like to pair the two. Like, I like to take something maximal like this and dress it up in a really minimalist kind of way.
Okay, well, vintage or new?
Vintage.
Runway or ready to wear?
Runway.
Comfort or drama?
Drama.
I'm sorry, I know like some of the answers are very obvious, but okay, heels or flats?
Heels.
Safe or risque?
Risky.
Overdressed or underdressed?
Overdressed.
I feel like all of the designers that I'm interested in and I'm going to be interviewing are going to be like I'm going to create a map of everyone I'm attracted to as a designer. All right. Chaos or control?
Chaos. All the way.
Night or morning?
Night.
Perfect or finished?
Oh, aren't they the same thing? Like something's not finished until it's perfect.
Okay, well, rules or rebellion?
Rebellion.
Approval or instinct?
Instinct.
Black or color?
Black, I guess.
Okay. And gold or silver?
Silver.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking part of it. Thank you so much for letting me experience your pieces and letting me get to know you. Yeah. It's been absolutely fascinating from all ways. From all aspects, and just enchanted with your work and you. And I hope to see your runway soon.
Yeah.
all of your amazing pieces.
You'll have a front row seat.
I'll be there.
You'll be in it.
Yeah, I'll be whatever you need. I'll suffer. I'll be,
I'll have you in the chain.
Yes.
Thank you, cats. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell us in the comments below who would you like to see next, and don't forget to subscribe and give us paws up.